It has been raining off and on for a week, so I have not been able to mow. So Gator he's not gonna have a snack. He's gonna have an all-out feast. That is a good thing for a couple of reasons. Number one, the secondary water we use for irrigation here is going to be delayed. They're gonna delay switching that on for another couple of weeks, which leads into the second reason. And the reason they're delaying this start is because they're already predicting drought. We're gonna be in another drought this summer, so they're gonna try and conserve as much water as possible. So whenever I can get the rain, I gotta take it when I get it. So it got me thinking, what can I do to help the lawn prepare for another drought season? We're gonna get into that, but first, let's let Gator eat. But I'm not the one who's gonna let him eat first. That's gonna be good old Turf Boss. Ready to mow?
I'm ready. A little intimidated. Gator is a little scary.
You're scared of Gator?
Just a little.
He should be more scared of you. All right, you remember how to crank it and all that stuff?
I just pull it and then I run it, right?
Simple as that. How was that?
I did it. I think it looks really good.
It looks fantastic. Look at this. Look at that. I am impressed. Of course, Gator did all the work.
I don't think so. Actually, maybe he did.
What do you think?
It's good.
What were you saying?
I just get like a little shaky, like running like a big machine. I just get a little shaky, but I think I did really good. And I wanted my lines to be really nice, and I did a really good job of that.
You did. They look fantastic. I mean, dim stripes though. Good job.
Thanks, honey. Thanks for letting me do it.
Don't get used to it. Not bad, right? Drought notice for the irrigation season 2022. Irrigation delayed start to May 15th, 2022. Dear residents, as you are well aware, northern Utah is experiencing severe drought conditions. Therefore, your irrigation water supplier has imposed certain storage restrictions for the providing, delivering of water and the amount to a reduction of 60% of water to be delivered, delaying the start of watering delivery until May 15th, and a projected early shut-off for water delivery of mid-September. No outside watering between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. All outside irrigation cycles to be reduced by 60%, 1 cycle per day, max 2 days a week. No hosing down of sidewalks and driveways. We strongly encourage limiting new landscape as watering will be limited to the schedule stated above, and not adhering to these restrictions above may result in the early termination of your irrigation privileges. So back to, like I stated at the beginning of this video, drought. Apparently it's here, it's a thing. What can I do to better prepare the lawn before we get into the heat of the summer when it's really going to be a problem? What can I do to get ahead of it and stay on top of trying to keep the grass looking good? As I started doing the research on this, looking for some credible sources, either at an extension office or something like that, there really isn't much out there on how to prepare your lawn for a drought. There's tons of stuff out there for when you're in a drought and when you have drought stress and when you're coming out of a drought, but to get ahead of it, there's really not a whole lot of information out there. On all the different websites and the extension offices that I could do research on this topic, there seems to be 3 things that you can really do to help prepare your lawn for a drought season, and here they are. Number 1, a lot of them have suggested reducing thatch. And if you're not familiar with that, that's the layer of dead stems, roots, and grass that lives between the grass blades and the soil. Now, some thatch, that's a healthy thing to have around, but if you have much more than that, about a ½ inch, that ain't gonna be good for nobody. So reducing that thatch will help water get down into the root zone where it can be utilized to help strengthen the roots of your turf. I'm a fan of manual dethatching. I think it's a good thing. You get some exercise, you're outdoor, you're getting some fresh air. It's good for you, builds character. The other thing that a lot of people seem to agree on is watering smarter, but not harder. We touched on this in a previous video, but watering late in the evening, or a method I prefer in the early morning hours before the heat of the day, that's gonna be better for you. You also want to do more infrequent watering for a set amount of time. So if you've got your irrigation on a timer, you can set it and hopefully forget it, walk away. It's gonna water during a set period of time for a certain amount of time, and you should be good. I go for about 10 to 15 minutes per zone, about 2 or 3 times a week, but with these water restrictions in place, I'm gonna have to do at most 2 times a week, either before 10 a.m. or after 8 p.m. I was already doing that. I think I had it set up for a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday type situation, but now I'm gonna have to reduce that back to just 2 days a week. Another thing that a lot of the extension office websites that I've been on seem to agree on, I don't know how I feel about this one because it's gonna affect gators snacking. That is to reduce the height of your cut and reduce the amount of mowing that you actually do. So if you're normally cutting at a certain height for your grass, think about raising that up a little bit. Cutting it shorter than you normally would could open up the grass to being more vulnerable to heat stress. Like I mentioned in one of my last videos, if it's stressed or even starting to look like it, just stay off, reducing your traffic as much as possible. That's gonna increase your chances of the turf pulling through a drought type situation. That's really it. Those are the 3 things that I could find to help prepare your lawn for a drought type situation. What am I missing here? Is there other information out there? Does anybody know of anything that we can do to help this situation? Maybe somebody else out there has experienced this. They learned a trick of the trade that they can share with everybody. Let me know. I want to know all that. Leave that in the comments section below. Hope this video was helpful. I don't know what's going to happen here. We'll see. We'll do the best that we can to keep things looking like this at the very least, and we'll just see. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video. Thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Greatly appreciate it if you do. Thank you so much for the comments, all that good stuff. Really enjoy that. Share this out with all your friends, families, neighbors, loved ones, that whole spiel. You know, how that stuff. Keep on keeping on, and I will catch you in the next one.